Here's my latest acquisition. Probably the most unusual acquisition, to be honest. This is a Mayak Cuckoo clock. It's Russian, and it was made in the USSR very, very cheaply. The movement is the USSR's finest knockoff of a Regula movement, with rack and snail striking, steel plates, plastic motion work, and plastic snail, which is acceptable considering it's coming from a communist country that lacks resources. Unlike Western Germany, this one has no right to have a plastic snail in motion work. Anyways, back to the subject of the video. I picked this particular Mayak because it looked the most unusual. There's a few faults with it, which I'll get into right now. Unfortunately, while I was reassembling this clock, due to the brittle metals that were used and just how old and how cheap it is, the Cuckoo broke a little. It will not animate anymore, unfortunately. I can open it up, you can have a look at him. I had to hot glue him to his base because the thing that kind of gave him tension to hold him down, it snapped, unfortunately. So he won't animate anymore, but at least he's still there. If you look closely, you can actually see the plastic snail coming through that dial there. The movement kind of just sticks out a bit there. This dial, it's just really thin metal that was painted over. And that door is plastic of some kind. Something unusual that my friend really mostly pointed out is that this pendulum actually has a hand nut. I'm sure most of you are all aware, German cuckoo clocks don't have adjustable hand nuts for the pendulums. That makes it particularly annoying to get cuckoo clocks to keep accurate time, or as accurate as they'll go anyway. I think I'll let you hear this now without further ado. No gong, just the cuckoo. So at least there's no synchronizing the gong with the cuckoo bellows that I have to worry about and people are extremely picky about. The time is 18:15, so I'm just going to set it to that very quickly. Now I'm going to show you footage I took while I was cleaning and inspecting the movement. I'll also highlight some other problems I had because of the fact that I imported this from Kharkov, Ukraine, and I had FedEx handling the shipping. So they're the worst people to ship clocks. Never use FedEx for shipping clocks or anything fragile, really. They suck. So here's your look at the front of the movement. It's a little bit more unusual, considering it has a rack and a snail. It's a Regula clone by the looks of it. This rack here, this style of rack, seems like a clone from Regula. Features the good old USSR quality of a plastic snail in motion work, which I find much more acceptable than plastic snail and motion work on a Hermle made in Western Germany in the 1970s. It looks like the wheels are made of brass. The escape wheel is made of brass. There's the recoil escapement. The fly is steel, as are both the plates. There's no brass bushings. This is a very, very cheaply made clock. What is nice, what I like about this is nice. I have the other bellow off. You'll see why. The bellows are actually mounted to the movement, so it's not like they're whole separate build like in the case. Also, here's the black birdie. This movement one day is going to need a very good clean. I'm gonna do the best that I can right now. I'm gonna get some isopropyl alcohol for this thing once I get the bellow rectified. There's the star wheel that lifts the cuckoo bellows. Thankfully, I don't have a gong on this clock, just like my popo, so I don't have to worry about making sure those things are in sync or anything like that. This clock just cuckoos, it doesn't gong. Here is why I have the other bellow off, because this happened in shipping. It just kind of fell off. It happens, so nothing a little glue can't fix. And here we are, good as new. Okay, so I've cleaned up those pivots a little bit and I've added fresh oil. Here's all the old gunk. So, another thing done. That's pretty nice. And another clock to the collection. So, that's about it, and I'll catch you later.